Hello YouTube, it is Survivor Nomad and I'm back at you guys with another video, and I just want to talk to you guys about loneliness during the pandemic. And some of you guys have just left your abuser, or maybe your abuser left you, discarded you, and the feelings of loneliness and sadness are just so overwhelming. Trust me guys, I understand. I've gone through this before, and I know what it's like to be alone, but I think it's particularly bad during the pandemic because we're not able to really get out and socialize the way we're used to. And so because we're not able to get out and socialize the way we're used to, we feel the loneliness and the sadness even more deeply. And so I would think that most of you guys have experienced this during this time. If you don't have family or friends close by, I know a lot of times narcissists will alienate you from everyone, and it's just really difficult to rebuild those relationships after this person has left or you've left them. And so it creates a real problem when you are trying to go no contact with the narcissist, and you're also at the same time fighting loneliness purely because our world has changed so much since this pandemic. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys. I wanted to make a video just detailing some of the things you can do. Like for instance, me, I come over and I will drive around and I will ride and look at the horses. I just try to get out in nature a little bit if I can, go for a walk or a run, or just anything that I can do to fill my time with something positive. Guys, I encourage you to please, during this time, don't turn to drugs or alcohol. Try to find positive ways to make yourself feel better. It can be really difficult to find things to do now. This is what's making this no contact with the narcissist that much more difficult. And a lot of times, even within your own family, a lot of people are social distancing from their family. They're not even going to other family members' homes because you may have a older person there who's sick, or someone who's immunocompromised, and you don't want to get them sick. And so you're staying away from them. And that just makes things that much more difficult in terms of creating social connections and creating relationships, so that you don't feel the loneliness as deeply, and so that you can keep yourself busy and keep yourself occupied. And it's not easy. It is gut-wrenchingly difficult. And I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is until they have to go through it. And a lot of times during this time, it can be so painful that some people just want relief. They just want relief, and so they will turn to drugs or alcohol. And I'm just encouraging you guys today, don't do this. Don't build negative habits. Try to replace some of the things that you didn't get to do when you were with your narcissist. Put in positive things and replace that emptiness and that pain that you're feeling with positive things. Positive affirmations. Tell yourself that you're beautiful. Look in the mirror and look at yourself. Tell yourself, build yourself up. If nobody else will speak words of wisdom to you, speak it to yourself. Speak it to yourself. Tell yourself every day that you're a good person. Whatever you need to tell yourself to feel better about yourself. We love to have people to tell us we love us, and we loved when we were in the phase of then the honeymoon phase with the narcissist, where the narcissist was just overloading us with compliments, overloading us with attention. Give this to yourself. I know initially it feels empty and it doesn't feel like anything, but over time it will build you up. It will make you feel loved. You have to love yourself first before anybody else can love you. And before you can feel the love of another, you have to have felt that love from yourself so you can identify it and know what it is. Real love, not someone wanting to basically control you and treat you like an animal. You're not an animal. You're a human being and you deserve respect. And if you have to be alone, as painful as it is, and I'm speaking from a place of experience, guys, I'm not just talking to you guys from a marriage or from, you know, this comfy relationship. I'm speaking from life experience, things that I have gone through and that I'm currently going through, which is the loneliness of the pandemic, which is being alone, which is trying to figure out how to bring positivity in my life and how to replace these negative feelings with things that are positive. I wake up in the morning and I pray. I don't know what you guys' religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs are or what, but prayer helps me to feel better. I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I pray, I give thanks to God. The second thing I do is I journal I have a prayer journal and I journal in it. And it doesn't matter how I feel, I write. I write down how I feel. I write down, sometimes I write down solutions to the problems that I'm having in my head, that are going through my head. And then after I do that, I go to the kitchen and I drink a large glass of warm water. Sometimes I add lemon to it, sometimes I don't, but I drink that every morning and that helps me to feel better. It's just my morning routine. This is some of the things that I do. Then after that, I get out of the house and I try to do some form of exercise. And then I come back home and I study and I read and I try to... There's a big truck there, guys, I'm sorry. And I try to educate myself. I try to improve myself. I try to learn things that I don't understand. I learn more about things I don't understand. I try to increase my knowledge. Then I will go on with my day doing whatever else interests me. Since the pandemic has been going on, there hasn't been a lot of things going on, so I go on with my day just doing whatever comes next. Usually it's going to work. If not going to work, then I just do stuff around the house. And then I try to end my day. At the end of my day, I say a prayer and I read my Bible. And this helps me to end my day with God. I start my day with Him and I end my day with Him on a positive note. And I ask Him for help and I ask Him for the things I want. And I ask Him to help me to continue in this healing process, because you need a spiritual power to help you. This is something that is beyond, I think, mere mortals. And this is something that you need help with sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with asking for humans for help or going to counseling and therapy. But I find in my personal experience that my spiritual connection really, really helps me. And so that is something that I want to tell you guys. I just want to tell you to get out in nature. These beautiful animals are calming and they help me to see that life is not so bad. It's not so bad. There's still beauty left in our world. And I encourage you guys to do the same. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family. And I wish you guys the best. Have a good day.